Black Ram 313 back at it again. You know why? Well, it's because this is therapeutic, man. Back again with another video and a therapy session. Salute to all the brothers out there. Here on a cloudy, brisk autumn day in the Shy, leaves are turning from green to their oranges and yellows. Fall is a great time. If you like the fall, let me know, man. The fall is a beautiful time. Not too hot, not too cold. Except in Chicago, we only get maybe a few weeks of fall. It gets cold very quickly. It goes from hot to cold instantly. That lake effect is no joke. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about the weather. So today was supposed to be the decision part 2. LeBron James, a decision today. The announcement today, hearkening back when Bron said, hey, I'm taking my talents to South Beach from Cleveland. So many speculated that today that LeBron would be announcing his retirement, probably at the end of the season or whatever, and it ended up being a promo for something. I don't even know what it is. And I was kind of hoping that LeBron was going to announce his retirement. I don't know about you. And you can let me know in the comment section, but I think the LeBron fatigue has set in. I'm kind of tired of Bron. I mean, you've been around for a very long time, and I give him his credit, man. He's in shape. He still looks strong. He still can dunk the basketball. Still a great basketball player. Still a great offensive player. You know, he slacked up on defense. I understand you can't do it at the both ends of the court at this age. I get you. But I'm just tired of seeing Mr. LeBron. I'm also getting weary of the GOAT debate, although sometimes it makes for good conversation, but it's the same old arguments over and over again when it comes to the GOAT debate. And I'm yet to see somebody in the LeBron James camp actually make the case on why he's the GOAT. And there's so many contradictions in it, man, and so much, I want to say, hypocrisy in it. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why Bron is not, nor will he ever be the GOAT. And there's probably 100 reasons, but I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons. And you can put your top 5 in the comments section of this video. So it's supposed to be a big announcement today. It ended up being, again, a promo for something. LeBron James playing around, trolling, in my opinion. But okay, Bron, do your thing, man. Billionaire, got that bread. Beautiful, Bron, beautiful. Why are you still on the court? I don't know. You love the game still. Supposedly you're injured right now. Don't want to play in the preseason game. Probably going to do the load management stuff all through the year. It's like, bro, just go already. It doesn't seem like the Lakers even care. Big contract year for him, but he's going to be a free agent, unsigned next year. And I think this guy wants to play a couple more years, man. Now, where would he go? We don't know. But at this point, man, it's over with, bro. What is it? He's 4-6 in the finals. That's still pretty good. A lot of people want to compare him to Kobe and MJ. I think the gap between MJ, Kobe, and LeBron is just huge, huge. Here's the thing. Let me get into the 5 reasons why LeBron is not the GOAT, nor will he ever be, no matter what he does at this late stage of his career. He is to be commended. Is he in the top 10 best players of all time? For some. I want to put Bron in the top 10 for sure. I'll put LeBron in the top 10 for sure. I wouldn't give him the top 5. No, wouldn't give him the top 5 at all. Because you got too many other great players that should be there before him. Players that are a lot more accomplished. One of the reasons why LeBron would never be considered the GOAT, and I heard Charles Barkley say this. Charles Barkley talked about how Jordan played 3 years of collegiate basketball, and Jordan went on to have some sort of injury where he didn't play for a year, and then he was off for 2 seasons and then retired. So if you look at the length of time Jordan has been in the league and you compare those same years to LeBron, Jordan has done way more. Way more. In fact, if you look at peak years with scoring average and points per game, far exceeded Mr. LeBron James. That's not good enough for some because all people see is LeBron and they just fall in love and everything he do is perfect. LeBron is a great player, but we're talking about Jordan, who is the greatest player of all time. Undoubtedly, MJ is the best. That just undoubtedly, man. What he's accomplished, the things that he did, just the best, man. So that's one of the reasons why LeBron could never be the GOAT, because MJ has done more in less time than LeBron ever could dream of, man. Another reason why LeBron would never, ever be a GOAT is his attitude on the court. Off the court, stellar. Philanthropist, businessman, entrepreneur, has a great heart, excellent dad, all of that good stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. On the court, crying, quitting on his team, flopping, falling all over the floor, flailing his arms, always whining, always crying, thinking that the whole world is against him. That's not a GOAT attitude. You don't carry yourself in a GOAT type of way. Can you imagine Magic Johnson flopping all over the floor? Can you imagine Kareem doing that? Can you imagine Isaiah Thomas? Can you imagine Jordan? Can you imagine Kobe taking the slightest contact and all over the floor? Can you imagine those players doing that? Now, back then, it was a tougher league. The competition was more fierce. A lot of people like to say, the competition is greater now. No. As we know, the defense is horrendous now. The defense was way, way, way more difficult in the 80s and the 90s, and you had stiff competition, man. The East has always been weak, but during the time of LeBron's reign in the East, he had always had an easy and clear path to the finals. Always easy and clear. And the flop and flail and all of that just shows that as a sportsman, he's more of a whiner, complainer, and a crybaby than a true top-tier level sportsman in attitude. This is probably why he couldn't really take the league on his shoulders and really represent the league. Which goes to my next point. Not only is he a flopper and all of that, and had always had it easy in the East, he had to join super teams. And for some reason, everybody forget it, but when he played with Kyrie and Kevin Love, that was considered somewhat of a super team because Kevin Love was really at the top of his game. But even if you take that and say that wasn't a super team, okay, we can give him credit for the championships with the Cavaliers. But come on, man, Miami, a super team with Miami. Come on, man. You needed Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. You created a super team and still got beat at least once or twice in the finals, even with your super team, man. Bron doesn't want to compete for a championship. He wants an easy path to victory so he can proclaim himself as the GOAT. No, Bron. Nah, Bron, nah. It's just not happening, man. There's no way that you can look at the body of work of LeBron and then look at the body of work of Kobe and Mike and think LeBron deserves to be above those two guys. No. Way behind. At this point, I don't even put LeBron above Magic. I don't put LeBron above Magic Johnson. Not at all. I don't put LeBron above Tim Duncan either. Nope. I don't put him above Tim Duncan. I don't put him above Kareem either. And you know who else I don't put him above? In his era, I do not put LeBron above Steph Curry. Now, I know that might be shocking to some, but let's think about it, man. Look at Steph Curry's championships and his impact on the game, man. How he changed basketball forever. Stellar personality, man. Still extremely popular, one of the most popular NBA players ever. The best shooter of the whole entire NBA history, he's definitely the best shooter. I just think that Steph Curry, with his 4 rings and his impact on the game, is more of a top tier player in his era than LeBron. I would go Steph 1 and LeBron 2. I just think that Steph Curry, if you're going to talk about how great LeBron is, why not talk about Steph? Why not talk about Steph? Both of them got 4 rings. Oh, well, LeBron got the scoring title, which brings me to point number 5. Point number 1 was that MJ did it in less time. Point number 2 is that Bron flip-flops and cries. Number 3 has to have a super team. Just got to have a super team. You can't really do it without a super team. And the next thing, number 4, Steph Curry just did it better. I'm sorry, Steph Curry just did it better. And number 5, the scoring title. Okay, scored the most points in NBA history. That is nothing to sneeze at, nothing to laugh at, and he deserves all the credit in the world for that. Now he's drifting in Robert Parrish territory, being one of the longest playing NBA players out there, oldest person in the league right now. But one thing I find very, very hypocritical when it comes to LeBron's fan base, what I find very hypocritical is that the LeBron James basketball playing fans, the people who are ex-NBA players, current NBA players that are on the LeBron bandwagon, his fan base all throughout the world, why is it that none of these guys considered Kareem Abdul-Jabbar one of the top 5 greatest basketball players of all time when it was just him at the top of the scoring title? Why wasn't Kareem in that GOAT conversation? Got the rings. Kareem got about 5 or 6 rings? He got the rings. They had the overall scoring title. I mean, unstoppable shot, the skyhook. One of the greatest to ever do it. But the LeBron fan base never sat back and said, you know what? Kareem was the GOAT of his era. They don't say it. But now, since we got LeBron James with the number 1 scorer in the league ever, and I think it'll be a very, very, very long time before that record will be broken, especially since LeBron's going to be playing this year. And I actually think LeBron might play 2 more years. Yes, we're tired of Bron. And if you are tired of Bron, put tired in the chat, man. Let me know. Interact with this video. Let me know how you feel about LeBron James and his longevity. And listen, it's a beautiful accolade to have the longevity. Built like a tank, take care of his body. It is something to be commended. But I think the league as a whole, I think the Lakers as a whole, and I think a lot of people are just growing weary of LeBron. And you know what I see? I kind of see LeBron fans maybe a little bit weary too. He's a grown man, enjoying his life, man. And I think it's a beautiful thing that he got Bronny James to play on the Lakers. He goes when he wants to go. And he has every right to play as long as he can. But I just get this feeling that when he retires, he really won't be missed. Think about it like this. Whose departure from the game would have the greatest impact on viewership and just overall love of the sport and seeing the sport? Do you think people will feel more saddened by a Steph Curry retirement or LeBron James? I personally think that people will applaud LeBron James retiring. And I think people will be legitimately disheartened and even saddened if Steph Curry, or when Steph Curry decides to retire from the game of basketball. Who's more fun to watch? Who's more engaging? Who's done more for the league? Who people identify with the most is Steph Curry, not LeBron. And let's be honest, LeBron was known for being a beast and a prospect, but he never really was the face of the league. He was in the league during the same time of Kobe Bryant. Kobe was the face. And when LeBron really got started, yeah, he may have maybe 1 or 2 years, he may have been the face of the league. But other than that, it was always about Steph Curry, man. It's always been about Steph, man. I don't know what it'll take to reason with LeBron James fans. And I love y'all, though. Listen. I love y'all. Shout out to my bro, Mr. Brown. Much love to you, bro. Shout out to the Chief, Andrew Baker, man. And but man, bros, you all know that there really is no good way to defend LeBron. And the argument that I always hear, well, Mike had Scotty. Yeah. And what was that supposed to make Jordan less than? Okay. LeBron had Dwayne Wade. He had Chris Bosh. He had Kyrie Irving. He had Anthony Davis. So LeBron had some great players. Magic and Kareem. You can go on and on. And if you really want to talk about players who did it mostly by themselves, I mean, Kobe Bryant won a championship with a guy named Paul Gasol. And I'm not saying, Gasol was like chump change or something like that, but I mean, come on, man. Come on. Kobe won with a guy named Paul Gasol. Come on, man. And Isaiah Thomas had great teammates. Great teammates. But Isaiah beat Bird and Jordan and Magic. And he was the greatest player on his team, and it really wasn't nobody to come second. He had other great players, but you don't put Isaiah in that conversation of the GOAT, though, when he beat everybody. So you see the hypocrisy there, man. And yeah, LeBron got one great victory, man, when they came back from 3-1 to beat Golden State Warriors. I give LeBron all the credit for that. One thing though, everybody knows that it was Draymond Green who lost that championship. It wasn't so much that Cleveland won, it was more that the Warriors lost due to Draymond. But that's another subject, man. To wrap this up, man, LeBron is a great player. He's in my top 20. I might even put him in the top 10. I'm just going to be serious. A lot of people say either LeBron is just a terrible player or he's the greatest player in the world. I'm somewhere where, hey, great accolades, physically strong. I would definitely want him on my team as a small forward. I do think that LeBron James is the greatest small forward of all time. A person that'll be second to him is somebody like Larry Bird. I'll put LeBron over Bird by a little bit because Bird just didn't have the athleticism of LeBron. He was athletic for a few years, Bird, but I'll give LeBron an edge over Larry Bird when it comes to small forward. But other than that, man, nah, bro. Nah, you got too many great players who did a lot in a short time. And yeah, LeBron will get the longevity reward. Yeah. Give him that award for longevity. But as a flopper and a crybaby and needing a super team, doesn't want to compete to win a championship, wants an easy path, had an easy path, a team that, a league that lacks really defensive prowess, an NBA that decided that, hey, we want high scoring games instead of low scoring games. Let's dial back on the defense of the 90s and the 80s. I'm not, no, man, no. Anyway, this video getting kind of long, man. For a different style and type of content, you know to go to the Patreon page for that. If you want to get those original type of videos, man. Yes, I'm doing videos on the Patreon page that are in the original style. In this channel, we gonna keep it mellow, man. We gonna keep it mellow from now on. But anyway, you know what to do, man. Black Room 313, I am out.